welcome to the first episode from the Smoking Dudes TV. My name is Bader and I will be the hostess for today's video. And of course for today's video we're talking about roots, about the history behind this whole empire. Hello Andrei!
Hello!
How are you?
Just finished a mix of the next Darren Cross cover. I'm a bit tired, but thank you.
Tell us how it all started.
Oh, that's a long story. I'll have to say that I...
Băi, este foarte simplu.
Da, frate, spune în engleză!
Băi, trebuie să... Deci, traduceți...
One eternity later.
Okay, so it's a long story, but I think it all started when I was 7 years old, and I became the national vice champion of Romania in karting. But after that, in one night, my father showed me guitar players like Slash, like Jimi Hendrix, and he asked me, "Okay, Andrei, so you see those guys?" "Yeah, I see them." I was so excited. I was, oh my god. Okay, and what would you like to do? I would like to play guitar. Like them? Yes. And that was the moment when I decided that guitar is the main thing for me.
Well, that's a great story. Okay, so what happened next?
The main thing that you should do in this case is to find a guitar coach. So I went to the best guitar coach here in Iași, Petran Paveliuc. He didn't want to teach me guitar. Why? Because I was too young for that.
Excuse me? No. Is that a rule or something?
Well, if you're young, you have to be able to play rhythm, to feel the rhythm, to learn a lot of notes and a lot of musical theory, so it's a bit hard. But my father had a crazy idea. You would not think of that. So he asked Petran if he can say the alphabet from Z to A. He couldn't do that, and then he told me to say it. So I said it, and he was, okay, your brain works a little, so we can work with that. And then we started the guitar coach lessons.
And how many years you did that with the coach?
I think for like 3 years.
Okay, what happened next?
After 1 year of improving my guitar skills, my father saw a film called School of Rock. I know a lot of 40 years old, 50 years old guys know the film. And the main thing of the film was a kid band. So my father had this crazy idea and talked with my guitar coach and said, okay, we have to make a band like this. So we formed, only 8 years old, we formed the band Kids Rock, and I was my first band. Of course, we were worst ever, but still, it was the first thing, and I was very proud of that.
And how many years did this last?
I think for like 2 years.
Did you want to become like famous or?
Of course, every kid that sees a film like School of Rock wants to become famous, so we started playing at local venues, but we didn't have success. So I decided to go on a solo career. At 10 years old, if I remember correctly, I won Iași Guitar Festival, and I was very proud of myself. I was the youngest one at the contest, so it was a shame for the 18 years old guitar players, you know. And after that, at 11 years old, I went to Romanian Got Talent, and to my surprise, I went to the finals, and I ended on the 3rd place. And remember, I was 11 years old, I was starting to understand what guitar was. My skills were not so good, even now they're not so good, but still, it was a very important achievement for my life, for my guitar career, and I'm very proud to say that when I realized that when
Şu kaç tane bunu da
Nice.
sorry. So So when I realized that I earned the third place at Romanian Got Talent, I started crying in front of everyone on the stage because I was so excited about the fact that about the achievement that I done. Just imagine how is to, at 11 years old to be on that big stage with everyone there with all the stuff and doing something that you're not getting.
And what was the impact of the Romanian Got Talent on your career?
I think the most important part was after the semifinals when I got home and my father got a call from one of the most important persons from the Romanian music industry who has the band, the well-known band Phoenix. And who was that man that I love with all of my soul? He is Nick Kovac. He told my father that he wants to meet in person in Bucharest. And again, 11 years old, I didn't know what to say. He told me to learn. I think from what I remember, he was like then 60 years old. Something like that. He told me to learn 2 songs. And I still know them. So the songs were Balada from Porumbescu and Ciocârlia from Enescu. I had hard time to learn them by ear, so I didn't have any tabs at that point for the songs. I had to learn them by ear, and also something hard for me. We met, he checked the songs and what I played, he showed me how the songs were really played, and he told me, okay, you're a nice guy, you're playing correctly those songs. We have a venue in like 5 days and you have to come with us.
Oh, it's very nice.
And I was like, okay, that's okay, no problem. And I remember that night, it was a very big stage and there were like, I think 500 people in that park. I couldn't see the end of that crowd. And that was the first time that I played with Phoenix. After that, I also played on their new album. I played with them for like 1 year, 1 and 2, 3 months. With them, then I wanted to come back to the blues, to come back to Gary Moore, to Jimi Hendrix, and start learning something new, because as a guitar player I have to know to play. As a guitar player I have to be able to play a lot of different styles, like blues, like hard rock, like anything that you can play. So the thing is that besides that I wanted to learn something new, I could have done that with Phoenix too. But the main issue was school, because I was 14 years old, I had that exam in the 8th grades, and it was very hard for me to go to venues with Nico. It was a pleasure. After some years I left Phoenix, we met on stage, and in the backstage we remembered a lot of stuff that happened during the Phoenix era of my life, and I was very happy to see him again. But I have to leave him, go with school, unfortunately. But because of that, I started learning blues. Nico didn't have any children at all, so I became his child, and we had a great time. And also, Nico, message for you: I love you so much. It was like my second father.
What amazing things happened next?
From what I remember, in 2016 I went to World Championship of Performing Arts which took place in Long Beach, USA. So I went there, I played some Gary Moore, I played some original songs of mine, and I won 2 titles of champion and also some golds and silver medals. And I went to USA, that's the main thing. It was my dream from the childhood to go to America, and also I saw a van or hippie van, and I was very proud of myself. Good. So after my American dream, I can say like that, I performed at a blues rock gig near my city, and then I met Rareș Totu, one of the best blues rock guitar players in Romania. And a funny thing that I remember from that festival is that he was at the microphone and he told the crowd that he invites me on the stage. So here's the stage, and I was in the opposite corner on the toilet. And it was very funny because he was like, Andrei, you're there. And I was running through the field coming to the stage. My papa gave my guitar to me, and I was like, okay, I'm ready. And from that point, after we performed from Jimi Hendrix with the Child, he became my mentor. He helped me find my desired guitar sound. He opened my guitar player mind and helped me understand more of the depths of the music. And we became, from my point of view, we became some very good friends. And after that, I can say that... Then he introduced me in the music community here in Romania. And it was a shock for me because all of the musicians were like, okay, so we play a blues in A. Let's go, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come on, baby, don't you make me wait holiday.
And they were performing, and I was like, okay, you don't know the songs, how are you performing? Oh, you see, we have some experience, we know how to play these things. Oh, okay, I am a beginner in this thing. But I had some amazing opportunities to play with them on stage at different big festivals in Romania. It was a huge opportunity for me to develop my guitar skills and improvisation style. We went to the stage, those guys asked me, okay, so what are you playing? Okay, so I'm playing a Stevie Ray Vaughan blues in A, we can go it. Sticks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're like, okay, let's go. And it was strange because they knew all the structure, they knew how to go with my flow, and it was amazing. Okay, so I decided to... Next episode.
Thank you, Andrei, for sharing this story with us.
Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much to all of you who checked our video. Okay, so I have a YouTube channel, Andrei Cerbu Smoking Blues Records. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Andrei's channel. You have a lot of social in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe, subscribe, thumbs up, share this video with your friends, and see you in the next video.